the Destiny player base would ever want something like that. Titles are not that, guys. Think about it. When you look at, you know, you see the little title here. It's like, all right, there's a lot of fucking words. Okay, you conquer. Yeah, I mean, is anybody hard for this? Does anybody look at these titles and go, wow, this guy makes me erect? No. No. We don't have that. But I'm not talking. This title could say anything. This. I don't know. I don't fucking make up whatever name you want here. It's still when. It's just words. If I had a cape, I know I'm a Titan, but if I had a cape going down, and it was like, you know, something truly of value, you know what I mean? Here, this is what I would say. I think a good version of this would be something like you soloed every dungeon in the game. Flawless. Soloed every dungeon in the game, flawless. And you have a cape. I just want fucking capes, dude. Wait, can I just say that? I just think we should all get an opportunity to wear fucking capes in this game, not just hunters. But it's got to represent something great. It's got to represent something great on the back. What's another thing, man? What's another thing you could do? Gotta be something. These are like pinnacle shit. Oh yeah, I gotta do the upgrades. Fuck me. Hold on. I'm talking too much. Top 100 contest placements. That could be it. Minus the cheaters. But that could be it. Lord Dark, thank you so much for the prime, my man. Main forever with the 37. Slippy Gaming with the 30. Thank you. RFX. Oh shit. Animated emblems. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm sitting here thinking right now about it. We need the orbiter from Warframe. You need to be able to load up into your ship every day. You need to be able to see the inside of it. And inside of that could be where you hold all your most prestigious accomplishments in the entire
You know the vibe! Gigawatts, danger, coming! From the neon nights to the gamer zone. Kick back, tune in, you're never alone. Laughs, stories, the chat's on fire. Turn it up, it's time to inspire. Hey, the crew's all here. We're bringing the fun and good time cheer. It's just chatting, yeah, we're feeling fine. It's Gigawatts, baby, prime time. Hey, 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 it's Gigawatts time. Let's go!
Hey. Hey. What's going on? Okay, everyone. How's everyone doing today? We're here in the newsroom. Of course, we're doing the 2-hour newsroom while I'm on lunch. Hey, legend. Having a good day at work? The hell? Hold on, everybody. Something's going on. And there's that. Hell. Getting quadruple volume for some reason. There we go. Okay, so as I said last week or Saturday, I was going to start doing gaming news during the week on my lunch breaks to give me something to do instead of wasting time of just sitting here death scrolling by myself. So let's get some music on. Let's see here. There we go. Let's turn up the music just a bit. Or I can hear it. Okay. There we go. All right, so okay, let's get over to the screen. Okay. Gaming screen. Turn on the display there. There we go. Let's see what else is going on. Okay. So let's see here. It's been a weekend. I swear. It was a great weekend, but it was a weekend. Okay. You're a horrible person. You're a horrible human being. That's not how you spell human. Okay. Hville High, rock the school where it's police inspired. We're clearly on its Letterman jacket and its early 2000 set. American Pie era open world game due out next year on PC. Okay. There's plenty of archivement achievements for players to chase in Arc Raiders, but completing the in the nick of time achievement has me the most stressed I've been in a game. Okay. Once upon a time, I saw achievements as something I would most certainly had to do in any video game I played. I still feel that way anytime I see them and get bummed when I don't do it. I mean, I would love to be 100% completionist in most games I play, but I play a lot of older games that don't do that, or I don't have enough time in them. As soon as someone who has long chased that feeling of truly completing 100% of a game content. I'm telling you, I would love to be that. Earning every achievement just feeling like icing on the cake. However, achievements eventually became a little more than bonuses or bonus content once I got married and had kids, primarily because I have to be more selective with what I spend my time on now. Cha-ching. None of us are kids anymore that play a lot of video games that stream. And to be honest, I feel this person's pain. I would love to sit down and just spend 12 hours a day playing video games on each weekend. And then if young people have it best. Even so, I still get the rush when the thrill of a Steam achievement greets my ears. And one of my latest in Arc Raiders, I previously thought was impossible. I'm sorry. Y'all know I can't read, so we'll do this like this, okay? I can't read. Still, I earned it. Most by accident, of course. And it's safe to say it's the most stress I've ever felt in a game. Okay. There are 50 achievements in Arc Raiders, and some of them are easy to acquire simply by playing the game, reaching a certain level, defeating a specific number of enemies, or completing a quest for traders that can all earn players achievements regardless of platform. But one achievement I'd say stands out as the toughest, as the conditions for it have to be perfect. And since our creators can be a tough game to gain control of, completing it in the nick of time achievement most feels like a forever drama or forever dream. Completing Arc Raiders in the nick of time achievement had my adrenaline through the roof. Oh, that's cool. That keep the blood pumping, get the adrenaline up. That's what a video game is really supposed to do. Well, unless it's a cozy game. When I first saw the conditions for the like I said, I can't read, in the nick of time achievement, I almost scoffed at it. In order to earn it, players need to return to Speranza with less than 5 seconds left in the round, which on paper sounds impossible. At the time of writing, only 17% of players have completed the achievement on Steam alone. And when compared to the rest of the achievements in the game, fewer players have earned it than any other. Needless to say, when I saw what was required to earn it, I essentially dismissed it and thought, if I complete that one, I'll need to it'll need to be sheer luck or by accident. As it turns out, it pretty much was by accident. Every day my son goes down for a nap around noon, and my daughter has an hour of quiet time in her room. On this particular day, I decided to spend my own quiet time playing a couple of rounds of Arc Raiders. Well, occasionally my son just doesn't want to sleep, and this turned out to be one of those occasions. My wife was trying to have some quiet time as well, and since she's already with the kids as much as a mostly stay-at-home mom, I took it upon myself to help her with my son to sleep so she could continue to relax. The only problem is that I was in the middle of a round on Arc Raiders, and I had already picked up some loot that I desperately needed to get back to Speranza. I think that's how you say the name. Like I said, I can't read. I didn't want to just quit the game, so I crouched in a big bush and thought I would be back in time to at least grab a little more loot and head to an extraction point. After spending around 20 minutes getting my son to sleep, I returned to the PC to find that although I was safe, I now only had around 6 minutes left in the round, and the only extraction point left was on the other end of Arc Raider's damn battleground map. I took off full speed toward the extraction point, but when I was around halfway there, I got myself into a situation where I felt trapped. I was on a structure that was too high off the ground to safely jump down and too far away and too far. Too many wasps and hornets were patrolling in the area in front of me. I didn't have enough ammo to take them all on, nor did I have enough time. So I ran from the left to the right, looking for a safe way forward. But there was now only just under 3 minutes left in the round. The only way forward then would be to jump down and hope I survived the fall. I jumped and lost a majority of my health, but I sprinted with all that I had toward the only remaining extraction point. Luckily, I managed to get away from the wasp and the hornets that initially spotted me, but another roadblock awaited me at the elevator. One of the Arc Raiders, deadly leapers, was patrolling the area around the elevator, and I now only had around 2 minutes left in the round. I waited for a moment for the leaper to walk away a bit before calling the elevator. But it wasn't enough. Calling the elevator alerted the leaper, which is funny. I'm saying leaper, and the song I did with AI, singing in AI, the one I wrote, starts singing Quantum Leap. As well as every nearby wasp and hornet. And they began targeting me and firing at me as I looked desperately for some cover while I awaited the elevator to arrive. The gunfire continued, and I was clearly alone. Every other solo player in the round had already either extracted or died, making me the machine's only target. I sprinted around, I dodged, I rolled, I fled for the shadows until at last I heard the elevator arrive. Now, with only 10 seconds left on the clock, the doors were finally open and I booked it. As I began the return to Spartan sequence at the one of the terminals, I heard the leaper charging up its shot, but it was too late. The doors were closing, and after all that stress, I heard one of the most satisfying sounds. The proc of an Arc Raider Steam achievement called the In the Nick of Time. And it was all because my son was having a difficult time napping that day. Isn't it weird how that happens? I can't wait to play this game. I am buying it on Thursday. I'm going to buy the more expensive one. I think it's like $20 more than the $40 so that I get the extra stuff. Yeah. So we'll be playing that on stream sometime in the near future. Still can't believe that came through. We were talking about the leapers in the game. Todd Howard says that Fallout 4's cinema's dialogue system really did not resonate with the players, even though Bethesda spent forever working on it. Okay. The Elder Scrolls 6 is still a long ways off, says Todd Howard. But the Sly Boots says the Oblivion Shadowed Drop was a test run, and a select few have already played it. Okay. Twisted Metal revolutionized car combat 30 years ago. I loved Twisted Metal. God, I loved that game. Twisted Metal is celebrating 30-year anniversary today, November 10th, 2025. Wow, I can't believe it's been 30 years. Below, we look back at the evolution of the entire series, from games to comic books to wild TV speculations. Or to a wild TV spectacle speculations. I'm such a fucking moron. The first time I played Twisted Metal was back in 1995, the year it debuted. I was 11. I wished I would have been 11 then. Oh, I was 20. And I played it on one of those in-store kiosks where you selected one of the games to demo. Usually the first level each game are part of one. My parents and sisters must have been somewhere else doing their shopping or errands that day, because I likely played the Twisted Metal demo more than 10 times. I remember starting with Sweet Tooth, the default on the character select screen. I remember switching to and setting on Hammerhead, who let me run over my opinion options, but let me run over my opponents. But more than anything, I remember how appropriately twisted and illithid this game sorry, was in the shower, couldn't hear. I could hear but couldn't talk. I'm doing okay, didn't end up going to work. That tooth is still killing me. Couldn't sleep, could barely think straight. It hurts so bad. So going to the doctor today to see if I can get antibodies and pain. Hopefully you get that taken care of. Believe me, all my teeth are fake because I didn't take care of my teeth when I was young. So at I've had these for 15 years, I think now. 10, 15 years, something like that. I can't remember when I got them. But about 10 years. I'm sorry, about 10 years. And I had to have them all pulled at once. So believe me, I know about teeth pain. Sorry to hear that you're still feeling bad. Hopefully you get it taken care of, though. I've never experienced anything like it, and although numerous franchises would go on to become more popular and more successful than Twisted Metal, none of them were weirder or more brimming with the cool personalities. This is true. I'm telling you, I loved Twisted Metal. Here to celebrate the third decade of Sweet Tooth is a chronological history of Twisted Metal franchise, beginning with the first game and ending with the last season of the latest season of the Peacock series, Time to Play. God, that was a great game. The Call of Duty Black Ops 7 preload now available. What? Release date, launch time, announcement. How can the pre-launch be available when they... Oh, I'm thinking the wrong game. I read too much about too many games. Elder Scrolls 6, one of the most highly anticipated video games in the world, won't be out for some time yet, despite being announced over 7 years ago, Bethesda development chief Todd Howard says. Okay, we've already talked about that. Fortnite Simpsons mini-season is now in its second week, and Epic Games had just confirmed a new batch of gameplay features and skins coming soon. I don't play the game. I don't play the game, but I know some people out there do. Okay. Fortnite just confirmed a handful of new gameplay features coming to its ongoing Simpsons mini-season, along with a few new skins inspired by the loved animated franchise. The Fortnite Simpson crossover has been a resounding success for Epic Games, with the launch weekend bringing it in the biggest numbers and a new returning Fortnite players since last holiday season, according to Epic itself. On November 10th, the official Fortnite account posted a 3-minute video. This teaser begins with Homer and Professor Frank, animated in the usual Simpsons style, discussing the 0-point remote Homer crudely created during Fortnite Welcome to Our Alien Overlord event that kicked off the mini-season. Homer quickly returns his attention to the circular cloud above and uses the remote to turn it into a giant donut that falls from the sky. Homer then turns the remote on Frank, turning him into a peedly filled version of himself. See, I love The Simpsons, but I don't play the game. Wow, that's loud. A banana? Okay, so donuts are now in it. Oh, Homer. It's a town mob whipper upper. Oh, Lord. Don't do it, Homer. Don't do it. Ah. Oh, Lord. Zombie Homers. Bart night. Way to go, Bart. That was actually pretty good. Still won't play the game. I just can't get into Fortnite. So, okay, more Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders is on an upward arc, surpassing Helldivers 2 on all-time peak concurrent players on Steam. Hopefully I catch it before the lull. He was scared shitless. Baldur's Gate director was so panicked after playing Final Fantasy VII that it changed the entire shape of Baldur's Gate 2. We keep running into the Elder Scroll. Okay. The entire Empire State Building is dunking on GTA 6 delay. Okay. Yeah, see, anybody that knows that back from family vacation, anybody that keeps up with Destiny 2 knows that this past weekend was family vacation used for every streamer that went to Bungie to test out Destiny 2. Shigeru Minamoto discusses stepping back from Mario. Hopes to stay healthy until Mario's 50th anniversary. Whoa. A recent leak suggests that Battlefield Studios is currently working on at least 9 new Battlefield 6 game mods for fans. Battle mods fans can look forward to. Cool. I haven't played Battlefield itself. I played RedSec and really liked it. I don't die constantly when I hit the arena floor. I really liked it. Okay, only in ARC creators could you find players kind enough to reverse extraction camp. Any violence brought to my extraction point will be met with severe force. Okay. Nothing feels worse than dying right by the extraction. Oh, sorry, in ARC Raiders. A hair's breadth away from getting home to Esperanza with all your good loot, just to die in some ditch taken by a loser who sat next to the exit all game. But sadly, extraction camping is part in particular of the extraction shooter. Instead of actually playing the game, some simply choose to lie in wait until victims carrying resources come to them. Usually, I'd say these people would have to pay for extraction camping in another life. But it seems like they're actually paying for it right here and now in ARC Raiders, thanks to a few zealous players. Okay. They want to protect other players. So, are you saying that, before I get more into this, are you saying that you now have a security guy with you to make sure that there's no spawn camping? Isn't that spawn camping in itself? Reverse extraction camping, or extraction protecting, has gained popularity in ARC Raiders as players choose to spend their time awaiting an extraction point to ensure others can get home safely. One such player, Botch Merchant, keeper of the Swarm Extraction, a raider who hangs around the Swarm Extraction in damn battlegrounds, protecting those who fall under his care and calling the extraction point. Popping out of nearby bushes anytime someone comes to the extraction, the presumably confused raider is greeted by Botch monologue. Greetings, traveler. I am Botch Merchant, keeper of the Swarm Extraction. I pledge ye a safe and noble pathway under my watch. Any violence brought to my extraction point will be met with severe force at the hands of my stitcher. What usually follows is more proclamation of protection alongside shooting down any ARC or violent raider who dares get too close to the Swarm Extraction. I've also seen Botch Merchant take a more passive approach to the role of extraction, which involves simply calling the elevator whenever anyone wants to go back to Speranza. But that doesn't always end well, as dealing with angry ARCs can be tricky if you're but a simple concerned who with no weapon. Others have also set out to tackle extraction campers and ARC Raiders. ARC Raiders has a rat problem, and I am the solution. This is Rat Guard. Streamer. Big Lunch 698. Big Lunch 89 says, I set myself up in one of the exits where the rats like to rat, and I wait. Once an innocent, unsuspecting arc raider comes down the underground to Buried City to call for an extraction, Big Lunch 98 announces, you're under the protection of the Rat Guard. Go about your business, but things are rudely interrupted by another aggressive raider that begins attacking the poor sod. Shouldn't that be soul? Yeah. Who's just trying to leave while the evildoer does manage to down the first raider. Big Lunch executes the offender, ensuring that they cannot hurt anyone else in this match. A valiant deed. It all may be for shits and giggles, but Arc Raiders is truly the only extraction shooter with a nice enough community that players will go out of their way to help each other. Just the other day, I was playing with some mates when we came across a duo that had been torn apart by some arcs. After doing away with the robots, we turned around and offered them some spare bandages and shield rechargers before going on our way. This is a small gesture, but I think that they appreciated it. That's cool. That's kind of why I want to play it. Is because it seems like it's a helpful community, but also it's going to, there's the bad point. You're going to keep yourself safe by taking out players that are after you, but then also you're going to run into players that help you out with that. If you love Arc Raiders, you'll need to try my favorite extraction shooter, Forever Winter. I heard that wasn't that good. Travel back to the early years of Image with the comics bundle of 90s titles like Spawn, Origins, Volume 1 through 20, Savage Dragon, Ultimate Collection, Volume 1 through 3, The Complete Witchblade 1 and 2, and more. Okay, I guess that's a comic book commercial then. An anticipated free-to-play MMORPG is finally available on Steam, but there's something players might want to think about before jumping in. Of course, that come up like that. The Sword of Justice is a new multi-platform MMORPG currently free on Steam for all users, but it has had a rough start, with nearly half of its reviews being negative so far. Sword of Justice is one of the anticipated Steam releases for fans of the genre, largely because it promises to be one of the few MMORPGs without any paid-to-win merchandise. Or mechanics, I'm sorry. Cool. But I'm not into those kind of games. It looks cool. anytime I'd have to get that close to swing a sword, I know I'd die immediately. Death Standing 2, Exoskeleton brings the game into the real world. Okay. Rise to the challenge and join the hunt with Monster Hunter Rise plus the Sunbreak expansion and deluxe kit. See, that's more of that. Become the most celebrated detective of all time and use your impressive talent to solve 6 thrilling cases in Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. Okay. What is that? Kind of like a Telltale thing where you just... Okay, Fallout, you say you're going to hell for this. Oh, shit. Okay, that was funny. Boom, he gone. Boom, he was gone. TV's best new show retains its perfect 100 Rotten Tomatoes score via Forbes. What the hell is it talking about? When your last 2 shows are Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, you can bet that everyone will be tuning into your next one. Apple, grabber of the best sci-fi TV show on, landed Vince Gilligan's next outing. A man. It's something to behold and has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Show is pureless? What is it? I know y'all can't hear it, but I can't send the volume. It'd take me forever to set it up. The hell? Okay, that looks interesting. I've got to see this. Okay, it looks interesting, but not interesting enough to keep going about it. Something Paul Tassi wrote, and, you know, he normally writes on video games, but he's doing a sci-fi thing. This week, ING and Nintendo Life has teamed up to create 100 best Nintendo games of all time. We'll be revealing 20 games every day until Friday. So to kick off things here, here are picks 100 through 81. Let's see here. Okay, Okay. Eternal Darkness. Okay, I can see where it said that's at 100. Chinatown, never played it. Oh, GTA Chinatown. Star Fox. I remember Star Fox. Super Castlevania 4. See, I didn't play anything past Castlevania 2. Nine hours, 9 people, 9 doors. What the hell is that? I never heard of it. WWF. Oh, that's a long time ago. Well, it was 25 years ago, and it was on the Nintendo 64, so... but I remember it. Kirby. One of the ladies I work with at work, she loves Kirby. I mean, really loves Kirby. Her desk is loaded with Kirby things. Okay. Diddy Kong's Racing. I never played it, but I did like Donkey Kong Country and playing Diddy in that. The World Ends with You. Captain Toad's Treasure Trap. I wanted to play this, but I couldn't see at the time. I couldn't see spending $60 for it. Then you got Golden Sun. Yeah. Okay. Mario Golf. Never got into any kind of golfing game, so didn't care for it. Super Monkey Ball. Never played it. You Truthful Joe. Never played that either. F-Zero. I remember playing F-Zero. Ring Fit. Who the hell? Are you kidding me? I thought that was just a gimmick thing. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I remember friends talking about this one, said it was okay. But that's, you know, a text game, so. Castlevania 3. No, actually, I think the last one I played was Castlevania 3. Because it was on the NES. Yeah, I played all the ones that are on the NES, so yes, Castlevania 3 I did play. Wow, really? That went quick. Okay. Anyways. Best PlayStation games on PC? Let's go back to the top here. Warhammer 40K MMO canceled by Marvel Rivals. Whoa. Okay. Near the beginning of November, word broke that Marvel Rivals publisher NetEase had shut down Fantastic Pixel Castle, the studio founded by former World of Warcraft lead system designer Greg Street, that was working on the MMORPG project called Ghost. Now NetEase has shut down another developer and ended work on a Warhammer 40K MMO as well, as reported by massively overpowered Jackalus Games. NetEase's first-party studio behind the Warhammer 40K MMO is being closed, and its game has been canceled. The news was confirmed in a statement by the studio head. That sucks. Okay, take a look at the Doctor Strange themed Sanctum Lounge aboard the Disney Cruise liner Destiny, featuring the Cloak of Levitation and the Eye of Agamotto, some truly magical drinks, and much more. That actually looks pretty cool. Video game release date for 2026 are still mostly a mystery, but we'll keep this page up to date with the information. Okay, well, Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition is now available. Cool. God of War 20th Anniversary Limited Edition DualSense controller, a legacy in your hands. Okay. Doesn't look like much, but okay. Festival of Lost will conclude with tomorrow's weekly reset. Surrender your candy to Eva and claim any outstanding event ranks. Yeah. I mean, it was pretty cool to try something different for the Festival of Lost. At least it wasn't Lost Sectors. Even me, I've only been playing the game a little over 2 years now. The Lost Sectors weren't that fun last year. 5 years ago today, Bungie introduced the Destiny Content Vault. Oh my god, the worst thing in the world that they could ever done. Removing 5 raids, 3 campaigns, 6 destinations, and more from Destiny 2. Yes, they did. Stuff that I wished I could have played. Let's see here. See what this guy has to say.
Insomniac will be making more Marvel games. So what does that mean for their future roadmap? I want to look at that. Sony seems to be preparing something big. GTA 6, of course, got delayed. What does it mean?
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Quite a lot. And we got way more gaming news to go over. So good that you're joining the Sunday News Roundup. And let's go. Yes,
all right.
You likely heard the news. GTA 6 has been delayed. It was first planned for May 26th and will now release on Thursday, November 19th, 2026. In an interview with the Game Business,
which is a year away and almost 6 months delayed. Damn, what a delay that is. All right, let's continue.
Strauss-Zelnick said that if a game requires more polish to be the best possible version of itself, then we will give that game more time. There's so much riding on this release. If they find anything that could stop it from reaching the highest ceiling possible, they will delay it. And it's nothing new for
I mean, damn, it looks good.
With Red Dead Redemption 2, which went from fall 2017 to spring 2018 to October 2018. The difference now is that they announced that new release date without a trailer. And yeah, I don't expect a new GTA 6 trailer until mid-2026. Because Strauss did say that we have to start marketing activities a significantly amount of time ahead of release. So
yes, but you got to do the marketing, but then when you delay it, that throws off the marketing.
I think the delay would have happened no matter what, but this still has a big impact. They fired 30 plus employees in what looks like a union busting move.
Oh wow, you delay the game and then you lay off devs?
On the GTA forums says this
damn.
To stop a union from forming.
That tells you a lot right there.
Reached around 200 members, taking us over the 10% threshold required to seek recognition and begin collective bargaining, allowing us to negotiate directly with management on key issues that affect us: worsening crunch, inadequate pay, and inflexible working arrangements. So by firing those people, they lost the 10% threshold. Rockstar,
I mean, that looks good.
In front of the Rockstar North building. Like GTA 6 will make billions within months. Come on, treat your people making the game with respect. I will of course keep you posted and let me know what you think in the comments.
I know these are all cinema cuts, but damn, that looks good.
The delay will have, because it will have a huge impact. For one, the first half of 2026 is now safe. February and March are already super crowded. Within 8 days we will get Crimson Desert, Saros, and 007 First Light. I hope at least one of them now moves to April or May, where things look emptier. The new November 19th date also means that many AAA titles that wanted the end of the year slot will now target September or October instead.
That would be good.
I tweeted, oh great, so we have 3 weeks to finish Assassin's Creed Hexe before this. Like, my prediction is that that game wants to launch with the sort of witch hunt theme around Halloween. That would be perfect. And Tom Henderson replied, good job, it's a smaller game. Like, what we know is that it should be more linear, narrative focused. It should be a new type of Assassin's Creed experience, but made
okay.
with a Valhalla team. It has been in development since 2021, so I think end of 2026, more than 5 years of development, the longest of any AZ title. It's probably what they're aiming for. But that's
always wanted to play Assassin's Creed.
Planned for that fall window too, likely
Wolverine.
to Yote and Spider-Man 2. Microsoft really has to make some decisions.
Ooh.
They want to launch Halo, Campaign Evolved, Gears of War E-Day, Forza Horizon 6, Fable, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 around that time as well.
Damn.
Fable again to 2027, if I had to guess. Maybe they can like put Halo earlier in September already. If you thought this year September and October were packed, just wait for 2026. Now the GTA 6 delay was of course the main topic during Take-Two's investor call, but there was more. Mafia: The Old Country beat internal expectations. Great news for Hangar 13, who really needed a win, and high chance this means we will see more Mafia in the future. I'm really curious if they will go bigger or
I heard a lot of people playing the Mafia, Old Country, that people liked that. I just didn't see it.
Stick with this smaller approach. Borderlands 4, on the other hand, did not meet expectations.
Really?
Recently, it generated the highest launch month dollar sales in franchise history, nearly 30% higher than Borderlands 3. But let's not forget that Borderlands 4 was $10 more expensive, and maybe more people bought the more expensive editions they also had because they sold fewer units compared to Borderlands 3, and they were disappointed in that. I don't think that's a surprise. Like, Borderlands 3 was more of a moment. People were craving new Borderlands content.
I love Borderlands 4. We still haven't gotten through. Me, Legend, and Sparkle have not gotten through it all. Sparkle might have on her Legend might have on her alternate player, but we have not.
For Borderlands 3, I think the game still does amazingly well, and 2K now hopes that it will sell great over time, because yeah, the budget was twice as high as Borderlands 3, so I kind of get their math here, but I overall think the series is very healthy. Borderlands 4 is still in my backlog. I want to get around to it before the end of the year. I think it's possible. I'm currently playing Dispatch and Outer Worlds 2. I tried that, especially Dispatch. It's like an old school Telltale game. You wanna check that stuff out if you love Telltale at any point. Of course, leave a like. Let's go over more gaming news, and subscribe, because we post one of these big gaming news roundup videos every Sunday. Time for quick shots, news stories I will go over quickly. Marvel says it will continue working with Insomniac for many years to come. This comes from an interview with Marvel Games' general manager, seemingly confirming the leaked 2023 plans are still in motion. If we look at the roadmap image that we see on the PC Gaming Reddit, if we click right here, Marvel's Wolverine is still in the same spot, but Venom, of course, has been delayed. It's not coming out at the end of this year, but it should still be happening. A report mentioning Wolverine's 2026 date before it was publicly announced also said the Venom game is still coming. I believe it. Likely as a PlayStation 6 launch title similar to Miles Morales, so at the end of 2027. And then we later get Spider-Man 3 to wrap up the trilogy. But after that, instead of doing a Wolverine 2, it seems that Insomniac will do a proper X-Men game. There's also a Ratchet & Clank map here, but since the Ratchet directors took over Wolverine after Brian Horton, the creative director, left, I'm not sure what happened with that Ratchet project, if we will see that soon. Same for the new IP, I would not be surprised if that also got pushed. It seems all a bit too ambitious. Now, I would love for them to branch out again someday, but for now, I'm also fine.
That Wolverine one looks awesome.
Awesome, and I cannot wait for Spider-Man 3. Now, let me know what you think, of course, in the comments.
I played the Spider-Man 1, but not the Spider-Man 2.
1943, Rise of Hydra. Well, it has been delayed again, and now beyond early 2026. It has been actually quiet since the Unreal Engine 5 reveal, so not a shock. But not giving a new date is a red flag. The game was supposed to break Amy Hennig's cancellation curse. She, of course, worked on the Uncharted trilogy and then left during the development of Uncharted 4. Then went to EA to work on a Star Wars project that did not work out. So I really hope that this one makes it out. But yeah, I already talked about the crazy September-October window. Do you want to put that game there? Also, if you have Wolverine around that time. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Dude, look at the massive blood effect on that.
Kojima went to Guerrilla Games, likely to get updates on the Decima engine, judging by the shirts in the photo. He used that engine, of course, for Death Stranding 1 and 2. Both look phenomenal, especially
Dude, the graphics on games these days. The graphics on games these days is like totally awesome. He started back when I was a kid in 8-bit, and before that, just pixels. Dude, they sucked. Especially compared to the games today. But then you got the pixel style art video game craze that everybody likes. I'm not in that. So damn it. I'm about to get off here. I actually will finish this video up, then I'm gonna get off because I've got to use the restroom and I got a phone call from work coming in, so I need to see what's going on with that. They just texted me that I need to take a phone call here in about 10 minutes. So
5 to 6 years, so probably a PlayStation 6 exclusive, but I cannot wait for him to return to the espionage genre. The photos also show him checking something out. Could be Horizon Online or early Horizon 3 work, because that will of course also be running on the Decima engine. Guerrilla had a big 2024 with LEGO Horizon and the Zero Dawn remaster, though both were outsourced and not made by their internal teams. So 2026 should be when their core teams finally resurface. At least that's what I hope. I will keep you posted. Things are not going well at Square Enix. They just announced more layoffs as part of their US and European...
Jesus, more layoffs?
Nearly 140 people were told that their jobs would be at risk, with Square Enix looking to make annual cost savings of over $19.6 million. Then what happened to Square Enix? They used to always have several big AAA games lined up for the foreseeable future, but ever since they sold Crystal Dynamics after Avengers and Eidos after Guardians of the Galaxy, they've primarily focused on their Japanese IPs. And while Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest are still great series, they're not as big as they once were, and that is likely why they don't need as many people working in all these offices anymore.
That's true.
I love Final Fantasy 16 and Rebirth, but they are struggling to reach a new and
I've got to get into Final Fantasy, see what's going on with that.
don't see how they plan to turn this around anytime soon. We've got the third Final Fantasy 7 remake and Kingdom Hearts 4 on the horizon, and while those will
That Kingdom Heart looks awesome.
breakout hits Square Enix needs. I think it would be awesome if one of their core teams creates a new IP, maybe on a smaller scale, something like Expedition 33, which was heavily inspired by the older Final Fantasy titles.
Love that game. Expedition 33. Awesome game.
Time for the rumor roundup.
We got to finish that.
Biggest leaks and give stars, with 3 being I believe it and 1 being let's take this with a huge grain of salt. It seems Sony is planning to introduce a PS5 PC cross-buy feature. At first, a Twitter user shared new icons showing both the cross-buy and PS5 and PC text, and then D-Labs chimed in, backing it up with PlayStation Store data. They found these tags added in June 2025, which strongly suggests Sony is preparing something, and if you know D-Labs, you know that they are always right. They always provide the PlayStation Plus games before they are announced, for example. So I'm giving this 3 stars. I totally think it's real, but the big question is, how will these icons be implemented, and will they be implemented at all? It's not Sony's first cross-buy initiative. We saw it during the PS Vita, PS3 and PS4 era as well, with games like Sly Cooper Thieves in Time that was playable across both devices. But back then it was all through the PlayStation Store. I don't think Sony can hand you a Steam code if you buy a game on PlayStation 5, so this might mean they're building their own PC launcher. Unless it's a one-way thing, buy on PC, get the PlayStation 5 version for free as an incentive for people to pick up the console later because they already have a library. Because otherwise, if you buy PS5 games and then you get a PC version for free, it works the other way around. Then you're basically pushing people to PC, and that's the last thing that Sony wants. Unless it's their
True,
own launcher,
true.
because then they still get 100%.
I think they're going to do a launcher themselves.
To Steam. Very interesting stuff. Maybe if they
The launcher would be the easiest way to do it.
launcher and then on Steam like a few months later. That's also a way to combat the next Xbox, which will play all Steam games, so also the PlayStation games that are released on Steam, but not if Sony holds the new titles back on their own launcher. A lot of interesting things. Let me know what you think. I will dive deeper into this in a video on the React channel. This coming week, we will see some big launches. Where Winds Meet, a huge open world RPG set in China for PC and PS5. It looks AAA, but it's completely free to play with microtransactions only focused on cosmetics. Videos here on the channel, so keep an eye out and let me know if you are going to try it in the comments down below. Also on November 14th is the release of Call of Duty Black Ops 7, Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, including all the 6 expansions and 150 Creation Club items, drops on November 10th. And I'll of course have another big Sunday gaming news roundup video like this next week as well. And totally subscribe to my React channel, where I go more in depth on all the latest news stories for if you are curious. You can go there by
Okay.
that will take you to my weekly Monday stream, so I hope to see you there. Subscribe, leave a like, and I will speak to you soon. Goodbye.
That's Joe Raptor. Okay, everybody go check his videos out. He did a pretty good job there. Let's see here. Put that back over here. Okay, I was gonna do a 2-hour stream. Unfortunately, it turned into like an hour and 15 minutes. Like I said, I just got a text that I read on my screen that my boss is gonna call me here in about 4 minutes now. So, and I don't want to just go to nothing for however long he keeps me on the phone. Plus, I have one thing I need to do before I go back to work. So, everybody have a great day. We will see you back here tomorrow at 10:30 Central Time, and we'll do a 2-hour stream then. So, everybody come and check us out for some more news. We might just shoot the shit, but who knows? But we'll see you later. Have a great day, great morning, great afternoon, whatever it is for you. Have a great one.
Oh no, someone died down there. We gotta go help him. We gotta go help him, chat.